Hey there folks, and welcome back to Star Citizen. Today we're going to be taking a look at patch 11. In patch 11 they've done a couple things. They've added a lot of functionality to the Cutlass, which we're going to take a look at. They've added a new cockpit to the Freelancer, which we're also going to take a look at. They've fixed a couple bugs. And finally they've done a little bit with the firing range, which we'll take a look at over there. So first things first, we'll take a look at the Cutlass. As you can see, the Cutlass, I don't know, it looks like it renders a little bit differently, and it looks a lot better in my opinion. And also we have guns mounted on now, so that's nice. And as well as that, you can see the turret up top. Looks pretty cool. And before, the way you entered was just entering through the ramp that was open, but as you can see it's not open and there's no little button to open it. So the new way to get into the Cutlass is you run over here, see this little blue button on the landing gear? You press that, and down comes a little ladder. And it's kind of hard to get on the ladder, you gotta crouch down, but once you do that, you can walk on up. And then you're on top of the wing. And then we just hop on in. Oh, hop on in, there we go. And here you can see we are in the cockpit of the Cutlass. And these blue buttons here, they're all buttons that have some sort of functionality in the craft. We're going to take a look at those in a little bit. First, we're going to take a look at the piloting seat and the gunner seat, or co-pilot seat, whichever you want to call it. And here we go, we'll just hop on in. The Cutlass has quite good visibility. I would say it's definitely on par with the Avengers, so that's always nice. And they do have functionality with the stick moving, so if I press W, S, A, D, Q, and E it does move, but it's still kind of jerky and rough, but that's alright, it's still implemented, so that's cool. We'll hop on out of here, we'll show you the co-pilot seat or the gunner's seat or whatever you want to call it. And this seat has good visibility in all directions as well, including the front, despite the fact that there's another seat in front of it. But because the seat in front of it is lowered, it still does have quite good front-facing visibility. And the side visibility is quite well. Alright, we'll hop on out of here and take a look at the rest of the ship. Oh yes, and this button right here. Push it, and there the door closes. It's got a couple warnings and whatnot on it. Do not open while cabin is pressurized or all occupants will expire. Yes, that would be bad. Don't do that while in space. Oxygen is a pretty good thing. Alright, so here we have a gunner seat. The gunner seat, if I'm not mistaken, is the bottom button. Yep, and that's a quick gunner seat too. Holy mackerel. We'll close the door up and we'll bring the gunner seat down again, and we'll hop in and take a look. And here we are, we're in the turret. I don't think you can move the turret yet, but you can look around, and even the turret itself has pretty good visibility. You have at least good front-facing visibility. The visibility out of the sides is pretty poor, but you're going to be able to rotate this, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, or that big of an issue. Here we go, we're just going to leave the turret. And we'll pack up the turret too. Alright, as you can see, the docking collar is open right now, and the docking collar is this button right here. And nice cool little animation for that. And as well as buttons, you can also sit down in these cool folding seats for extra passengers, or if you're just on a long journey and want to sit down, I guess you can take a seat there. And there's also another seat here. And as well as seats, there are also beds. Looks like we have the same animation for getting in the Aurora bed, but that's alright. And you can't move your head around while you're in the sleeping position, but I guess that's alright. Yeah, we're gonna hop on out of here. Then there's two other things with this ship we can show you, and yes, it's the same on the other side. We have these two buttons here. The top one opens up the cargo ramp, and the second one, the one on the bottom, opens up this little thing. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It could be a crane for loading cargo, could be like a clamp for clamping onto ships. It could be something else. I can't quite read what the warning there says. It says caution. Caution something. I can't read it, but there's that, which is cool. I really do like the updated Cutlass. There's a lot of new functionality to it, and oh yes, I forgot to show you the ever-important space toilet. You can now sit down in it. So fear not, you can use the toilet now. Alrighty then. Now we are going to take a look at the new firing range. They haven't really done too much to it. They've added some moving targets, and they've added a different interface as well. I do like what they've done with the interface. You'll see what changes there are in just a little bit. We're going to be using the guns from the Aurora. So, just going to wander on over here. And there you go, there's the range. And here we go. Just position ourselves like that. Gonna get a little bit closer, and let's take this. As you can see, it turns green, which shows that you have it kind of selected, and when you drag it and drop it there, you can, same thing as before, you can kind of hover and see what you can remove and add. Right now we're just going to add one of the guns back. And it's the same thing as before. And let's go back here. Let's drag this one off. Go to weapons. And as you can see, this one is kind of different. It has just like a green ball instead of a green, I don't know what you want to call the other shape. But it is a little bit different. And this doesn't rotate anymore, which is nice because before it was kind of hard to grab the weapons modules while the little picture was rotating. So that's nice. They've added some functionality there. We'll just shut this off. And as you can see, there's no more glitch where the ship that you had selected stays hovering, so that's always nice. And let's get inside of our little chair here. And now we have our range activated, and the targets move. And there is some sort of sound effect, as you can hear. But without a crosshair and without being able to see where you're shooting, it's kind of difficult to hit any targets. There we go, got one. But, yep, this is the updated firing range, which is, I suppose, a little bit nicer, but it would be nice if they added crosshairs back in and, I don't know, a visibility of where your laser blasts are going. That would also be nice. Alright, so that's going to be this part of the update, and we're going to meet back with you in a little bit to take a look at the updated cockpit for the Freelancer. See you guys in a little bit. Alright, here we are with the Freelancer. First thing that you'll notice is that there appears to be some sort of gun glitching on top of my normal gun. So, I'm not sure if these guns are going to be in the game or with the standard Freelancer, or if it's just going to be these Mark IV Behringers, but we'll see. Anyhow, we'll get inside of the Freelancer to show you the new cockpit that they've designed. It looks very similar, but when you're actually in the piloting seat, you'll notice a very big difference with the visibility. So here we are, we'll just get on in here. So we have W, S, A, D, Q, and E for the controls. And as you can see, the visibility is much improved over the previous Freelancer cockpit design, so that's a very welcome addition. And I do like it quite a lot. And here we'll exit on out of here. And as you can see, it does glitch a little bit, and it can be hard to get out, but I'm sure they'll fix that eventually, because it's supposed to fold up nicely like that, but it stays in the piloting position, but I'm sure they'll fix that eventually. Alright, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.